Hello anyone, and welcome to whatever this is, which is not what I was expecting it was going to be. What I was expecting was to talk about this, if my screen capture is working, at the Smash Bros. Ultimate stream, which I was watching. I was going to have a look at that, talk through what I thought about it, but I've just gone to look it up, and I found this. So, DLC Wave 4 trailer. I'm really excited, so let's give this a look.
Back then, there were tons of rumors about what goes on below Garreg Mach. Something about tons of passages and houses beneath the town, all inhabited by super shady people. It had a real intimidating name, too. I think it was called Abyss? Abyss is home to those who shun the light of day. It is the secret shadow of Garreg Mach.
They think they need a place like this for Garreg Mach to thrive.
Fine. We're the Ashen Wolves. We're the secret fourth house in Abyss. The surface world turned its back on us, and we did the same in return.
The Ashen Wolves are a house in name alone. They are eager students with no teacher to guide them. If you could find it in your heart to take them under your wing, I would be most grateful.
Prepare to face the almighty King of Grappling!
No matter what we do, we're all just gonna die in the end anyway.
Tremble in fear at my magical might!
We're a unique bunch from all walks of life. Once you get to know us, I'm sure you'll love it here. And don't worry, no one will die. We'll get everyone out safely.
Well then, let's go back to the start for now. I'd heard some talk that it was going to be about the people who lived under the monastery. Yes, everything appears to be working still. This is the first time I've recorded my laptop screen, so bear with me as I be paranoid. Why am I such a mess? Anyway. One day CA will form a complete sentence. But I didn't expect there to be, well, anything like this really. Let's go through it again.
Rumors about what goes on below Garreg Mach. Something about tons of...
Ugh, why'd it have to be Byleth? In this house, Byleth is female Byleth and Byleth is Byleth, so get used to that one.
Passages and houses beneath the town, all inhabited by super shady people. It had a real intimidating name, too. I think it was called Abyss?
Not as cool as I'd hoped. I really like some of these shots. They're very cool. This one in particular I really like, although that is presumably Saros again, so yay for that.
Abyss is home to those who shun the...
So, I don't know if my mouse is recording actually. That would be annoying if it wasn't. But looking at this from left to right, blonde girl, okay. Tall guy, okay. Third guy, or girl, already love them. Other one, okay. Not that I'm biased towards a certain type at all, and purple hair seems to have it. They kind of remind me of Alvis from Xenoblade Chronicles, who is one of my all-time faves. Also, delighted that Claude is here, and Hilda. Less so that Edelgard is here. Because, you know, boo. Oh, also, tall guy. Just noticed how uncomfortably his design angles towards his crotch. Not going to be able to unsee that now, am I?
It is the secret shadow of Garreg Mach. They think they need a place like this for Garreg Mach to thrive.
Fine.
Wait, did I just see that?
Like this for Garreg Mach to...
It's full of cats. That's fine, I'm completely on board. Abyss full of cats. What isn't there to love?
Fine. We're the Ashen Wolves.
The Ashen Wolves. That's quite the name. Okay, so he's Balthus. Good to know. And Dimitri's here too, so we have all the house leaders.
Fourth house in Abyss. surface world turned its
happy.
back on us, and we did the same.
I love Yuri.
The Ashen
Yuri's my
Wolves are a
favourite.
house in name alone. They are eager students with no teacher to guide them. If you could find it in your heart to take them under your wing,
I wonder who's talking there. It's not a voice I particularly
I would
recognise.
be most grateful.
Prepare to face the almighty King of Grappling.
No matter what we
King
do,
of
we're all just gonna
Grappling.
die in the end anyway.
I quite like her design.
Tremble in fear at my magical might.
She gives me Tharja vibes, which I do not
We're a
appreciate.
unique bunch from all walks of life.
I love you. Okay, he has or they have the weird side cape, so I presume that Yuri is the house leader. Does this mean we finally have a purple house? Because I am so down for
Once you
that!
get to know us, I'm sure you'll love it here. Don't worry, no one will die. We'll get everyone.
No one will die. That's always good to know. Let's have a look at this art for a second. Okay. Yeah, they definitely have the side cape. Not quite so much with the uniform, but you can see similarities. Like, it does look like they might have been in the Officers' Academy at some point, because very similar outfit. The rest of them, not so much. This is pretty fascinating, though. Okay, let's just pause on that image for a bit while I ramble, or completely miss it. Somebody stop me. But anyway, this looks pretty interesting. So they live under Garreg Mach. We kind of knew that already from leaks, I think, or predictions. I forget where exactly I've heard it. But it's a thing, okay? There seems to be like a whole other monastery underground, which is really weird, because surely it would just have been like cave structures or something. Who built that there? I hope we find out stuff like that. Then the characters, we haven't seen much of them obviously, but I'm on board so far. Don't see any major issues at this point. I think this could be really fascinating, actually. I'm glad that it's not Edelgard focused completely, like I was afraid it would be, because I was very, very afraid of that. And given that everyone was still in their uniforms, it must take place pre-time skip. I wonder if you then get to recruit these guys throughout the rest of the game, or if they just hang out below the monastery some more. Or if it's just a parallel universe and they're not involved in the war in the slightest. I really don't know, but I'm interested to find out. And so with that knowledge, I'm going to go on to the thing that I was planning to do. So I will be right back.
Hello again, Editing CA here. The more I look at this stuff, like I'm still interested, but the more I look at it, the less it feels like part of Three Houses. So I've just been sitting here staring at it while trying to go through the footage I got. And it just doesn't feel like it takes part in the same game at all. Like, I've been diving deep into editing Edelgard's route in the last couple of days, and it just doesn't feel like it fits. So I really hope that they manage to merge it in a way that doesn't feel too contrasty, and that they make it fit with the game, because at the moment I don't really see how that could happen. But I could be wrong, I often am, so we will wait and see when it releases.
Okay, awkward transition presumably over. Let's react to what I was planning to react to. So I did watch the stream earlier, so I know what's going on here, but I only watched it kind of half-heartedly while talking to my friend. So this time let's see if I can pick up any details that I'd missed. I also missed the first couple of seconds because I thought the stream was at the wrong time. My bad. This is where I came in, so I clearly didn't miss much. Hecking Byleth again. At least give female Byleth one of the things.
The forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies.
Weird seeing the cutscene with non-female Byleth. Also, before I get any further, this entire thing was just utterly ridiculous to me. Like, I cannot see how it's not a parody of itself. It's just really funny. So enjoy this.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Clearly.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Okay, pausing for a second there because, oh my word. I find this so funny. So when the Fates one was revealed and it went the join Hoshido, join Nor, and then join Smash appeared, that was just exactly what I would have chosen to do because, as we know from my ramblings, I have issues with Fates. But that is just so funny to me that Sothis is like, yep, time to go fight. It's so silly from here on out. I love it.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
It's so bizarre. Join Smash House as well. Like, Smash House. Did they even try?
Consumes even the darkness itself.
Yeah, Smash does that. Okay, the music on this I adore. I can't wait for the new remixes. But yes, behold, the exact moment I kind of thought, F you, Nintendo. And if you've seen my playthrough, you will know exactly why. Oh, but Claude's here, so I can't complain too much. My favourite.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how you plan to win the day?
Not a swordsman,
So
but a
be it.
swordswoman.
I reward your cleverness this time.
This is just so good because it is genuinely a problem that there are so many Fire Emblem people in Smash, pretty much all of whom are sword users. And I love A, that they're self-aware enough to make fun of it at this point, and B, that they then do this,
How
which is
this?
just so exciting to me. Sothis is just living her best life. Byleth recruits Byleth is my new favourite thing, by the way. I love it so much. Also, weird shot of Byleth flying.
Of anyone, you should
Solon
be
just sounds so
one of the heroes,
pissed.
With Arid Fire, strike with superior reach.
Oh, they look so good.
Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with
Yes,
the sword
Failnaught.
created, each weapon matches a direction.
Oh, I love the models.
Your will and mine be now as one. To you, both sides of time are revealed.
Also, I find this so cool, so I didn't notice it until it was pointed out when they were mentioning the colour swaps, but during their final smash, their hair goes green because they're unleashing Sothis' power. I just really enjoy that detail, it's so nice.
Through smash.
Although, not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that their final smash would be, you know, Shulk's final smash where they do the chain attack. I was really hoping it would be Byleth and then have Claude, Edelgard, and Dimitri behind them with all of their relics. That just would have fit really nicely with the using the relics thing for me. But alas. Also, I've realised that I'm assuming people have watched this before coming here, so I'm very sorry for talking over it if you haven't, but I'm just excited, okay? I didn't think this would happen. Even if Byleth's hecking leggings are in Smash now. So yeah, that's the video, like, dear lord. Anyway, I'm gonna fast forward a bit to the bit where they talk about... I'm gonna ignore the movesets, because it's interesting, but not something I really want to talk about. I want to talk about... Here's the colour swap bit. Let's go there.
Carefully.
Or close enough. Yeah, here we go.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female.
Which is fine, I guess. Also, I really love how the graphics in this decrease the visibility of Byleth's leggings. That makes me extremely
However,
happy.
the third...
And this is fantastic. I really like the Edelgard one, actually. Dimitri one looks kind of dumb. He doesn't suit that haircut, and as me and my friend pointed out, you can now be white-clawed, which is disturbing in a few ways. But I'm just so glad that he's represented in some way in this game, at least, because I hecking love Claude, in case that wasn't already clear, which I assume it is by now.
Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is...
I like this one as well, actually. The Sophus one is really fun to me.
And the 7th and 8th variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story.
Okay, this is really funny to me because they made a big deal about not spoilering that, but later on they just get very spoiler happy. I'll point it out when we get there, but dear lord. But yeah, this makes my timing of cosplaying Byleth very helpful because, like with Robin, people will now recognise them from Smash. So woohoo! If I ever eventually get around to doing that. Yeah, and that's where they pointed out it was in the final Smash, which makes me extremely happy. I also love the random Pegasus Knight that's been in the background this whole time. Right, this is also fun to talk about.
We of course tried to recreate the place where you
also, the music is so good.
Garreg Mach Monastery.
This
is how Garreg Mach Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage.
I still think the bridge is a weird choice. And so the reception hall, really. I mean, it makes sense when you look at the map like that, but only like 2 of those are places where I spend any real time in the game.
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these 4 areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lions.
No, really?
Dimitri,
what else would you do?
Gedu, and Ingrid.
I like this a lot.
Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say.
I love that they make a point of pointing that out, but Ingrid just sounds the same both times. Also, all they're doing is laughing at their own game in this. Are they okay?
Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one.
Again, may or may not end up with just one eye. You didn't want the spoiler that Byleth's hair goes green, but you're okay with mentioning that another main character loses an eye.
There are vendors on either side.
And also calling him unfortunate.
In the original
poor boy.
Game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things, but here you can break them, you see.
Okay, but keep watching it with the knowledge in mind that the subtitle of this subtitle? Good grief, I can't even talk. Subtitle of this should just be Byleth's here to break stuff.
If you do
That's all they do for the rest of the stage. It's quality.
Stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now.
Which is a fun
and
gimmick.
In the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
I guess. Also, the laugh tracks in this direct were really weird.
Houses, and you end up talking
but does he have anything to report?
Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
I love this. It's the weird elevator of death.
You'll come crashing back down. We've broken
casually crashing you through the roof.
And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles.
Okay, quick point here. I find it really weird that Hubert's not here. Because I guess Dorothea and Petra are popular, and I do like them both, so I can't really complain, but everyone else has their retainer. Where is
Take note,
Hubert?
it's not spelled
I love that
Edelgard.
strange, creepy man.
They're from the Adrestian Empire, and as such, they embrace their military might. Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict. Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible
Again, you don't
ordeals.
say she's central.
You'll notice.
I mean, do her terrible ordeals really depend on the path you take? She's had pretty terrible ordeals, regardless of the path you take. I don't think her ordeals get much worse from route to route until you fight her on not hers. Yeah. For the record, I really need to put a spoiler warning at the beginning of this, because as of right now, I've played Claude's routes and Edelgard's routes. So if you are planning to comment, please don't do it in a way that would spoiler anything for either me or my viewers. I would appreciate that very, very, very much. Oh, it's all just so strange the way they put this information across.
However, Byleth can't actually reach it.
Byleth's just here to break the monastery. That's all they do.
You can reach it with other fighters, though.
I find that pretty funny.
So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go. I made it. And you can knock it down.
That I also find hilarious.
Also, you can break this table.
You can just straight up fling people.
Just like
again, why does that need to be said? Byleth just wants to break things.
Into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera
so
rotates
bizarre.
90 degrees, creating this long area.
Right. Back onto the elevator of death. I love the random Pegasus Knight in the background of this a lot.
The guests are from the Golden Deer: Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence.
Ugh,
They belong
hecking
to the Leicester
Lawrence.
Alliance.
Go away, mayonnaise man.
Because it's an alliance of many noble families.
Claude and Hilda
you
I
could say that they
accept,
have a
especially
wide assortment of
Claude, but
members. And Claude
stupid
is the
Gloucester.
sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey.
Yeah, you would think. The naming process is presumably very messy, but there's a Judith in this one, so I'm happy.
As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
I love that Claude's just standing there watching Byleth wield his weapon.
The last area is the cathedral.
Something very important
Only
is
with
coming
some
up.
platforms you can pass through.
There they
The
are!
guests appearing in the cathedral are
Look at them! Look at him! And
Flame
Flame! And
their senator,
that.
who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flame. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem Three Houses.
But again, I find this really funny because he just said you can see Rhea fighting in the opening of Three Houses, but it's presented as Ceres at that point. So basically what he's just done is spoiled anyone who now goes and plays the beginning that Rhea is Ceres. And yes, I guessed it when I was first playing, as my messy first videos will point out, but the fact that they tried so hard to avoid spoilering and then just drop something in like that. Maybe it was one of the more obvious things, but still, give people a chance to figure it out.
I feel that Flame might be saying shush.
I love how
at this point,
serious
so I'll
Seth
leave it at
looks.
that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are
I think
these
she looks so much like that. I do find it quite funny that there are just people standing in the background watching you fight in this. And I guess it is a place where, officers are trained, so they're probably used to watching each other train,
Being the
but
last
still,
area, it may
it's
be
just
a
really
place where
funny to
some
me that they're
intense
just
battles will be
there.
waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes. Okay, today we'll
Okay,
have
so
a
you'll
tag
only
team
be in
battle
each
and
place
squad strike with
once
the
during the average battle. Alright, now let's see if there's anything else particularly interesting. I think that's pretty much all of the Byleth related news. So, yeah, good grief. It's just a lot of information to take in with the DLC thing and this. I'm aware that this video won't make a great deal of sense because, man, I was rambling. I'll see if I can actually cut anything usable from it. But wow, I really genuinely wasn't expecting Byleth to get into Smash. Like, not at all. Not because I didn't want them to be, I'm frankly delighted that they are, but as I pointed out earlier, Fire Emblem Swordsmen are a problem. But another delightful thing is that this means we'll get Byleth amiibos eventually, and I'm so ready. Oh, I'm so ready to have a Byleth. I wish that we could also get Claude amiibos, but maybe that could just wait for another day. So I think I'm going to end this extremely messy video of me reacting to things here. Well done if you managed to put up with this to the end. I don't even know how long I've been recording. This is going to be fun to edit and see if I can get any meaningful content out of, but wow, that is a lot to be looking forward to. I don't think they gave a release date for Byleth yet because they're still in development, but the DLC coming out in February is very interesting. I might actually have to buy the DLC pass because I was waiting to do so until the story DLC dropped, and I guess that also means I have to hurry up playing the other routes. I'm going to start Church Route soon. I'm almost at the end of editing my Idle route, but until the next thing I post, which will hopefully be more coherent than this, but knowing me, I doubt it, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Or goodbye, Byleth.